time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace and former Ottawa Senator Jason York.
Shabby,
Yes.
welcome to the show, my friend.
Dude, thanks for having me, boys. Appreciate it.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Shabby, Wally told me that you actually went to him when he was doing his little peeping thing through the glass window, his little peeping Wally, and you said, "Hey, you want me to come on or what? Like you're the guy that orchestrated this?"
Yeah, it's I see him every day in the corners of the rink trying to hide himself around practice. And the one day I just popped over, and we've been trying to reach out to each other and find the time. And obviously, different time schedule doesn't fit, but you know what? I'm just glad we made it work today. We're here.
Hey, are guys a little creeped out about this old guy in the corner with the camera all the time? Like,
I wouldn't say creeped out, but it's just always funny to see him trying to catch the best angle. I mean, you gotta respect it. He goes in the hole just to make sure the glass is not in the way, and it's just the best angle you can get. So it's pretty impressive. You got to give him credit for that.
yeah.
Hey, it's good stuff.
Yeah, Wally Vision. We call it Wally Vision, Shabby. We trademarked it. Wally
It's
Vision.
a good one. It's a good one. Well done, Wally.
Well, actually, Wally Vision started during COVID when I would record, and there's a point to this. I would record you guys practicing on the road. TSN camera would shoot it. I would record it off my computer monitor. One of the times I caught this particular video of you and Tim Stutzla, which is what started Wally Vision for the most part. And I don't know if you've seen this very often. Jake, do we have the video hand? There we go. Practice in Edmonton.
Just cuddling each other. Eh?
Just giving Timmy a little hug.
That's love right there, isn't it?
February 3rd, 2021.
Wow. Look at that. Little bonding moment.
Just talking gear, talking everything. Just the boys talking shop, as we call it.
Talking some shop. I love it.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of Wally Vision. Are you and Timmy, because I see you guys talk, are you guys close because you've been around each other for so long?
Yeah, we are, man. Like, we spend a lot of time together. Obviously, at home, we all have our own kind of things going on, but on the road, we do spend a lot of time together. Even with Drake, it's I don't know. It always seems like whatever we want to do, go for a walk, go for shopping, go for coffee. It always seems like we're always kind of thinking the same thing and wanting to do the same thing. So we always kind of end up gathering around each other. But I mean, at the end of the day, and I've said that multiple times, we're lucky enough in Ottawa to have a group where everybody can really hang around each other and everybody hangs out together. And like I said, obviously some guys have a lot of kids. Some guys, you're not going to see them really at home, but on the road is where we get together. And you know what? We have fun. We have a fun group. We have a lot of younger guys, but a lot of the older guys that are still trying to act like they're 25, 26 years old. So it's fun. We have a blast. We have a great group. It's fun going on the road and just being there 24/7 all together, going for dinners and whatnot. So no, we definitely do hang a lot together.
So Thomas, how much fun are you having right now? Like when I watch you right now, you just look like I was trying to explain to Wally, when you're playing and you know this, you're relaxed, but you're still playing hard, and you're not thinking, you're just playing. Like you just seem to have found your sweet spot out there, and you're playing with confidence. I've never seen you play better.
No, honestly, it's been fun. I think with Gents coming in this summer, I think the last 5-6 years was something I really was kind of mostly asking for, is finding a partner that we can build something and find chemistry together, and just every night going out with the same guy and playing together. Obviously injuries are what it is, but just find the groove where you're going to spend a lot of time and feed off each other and really get to know your partner. So that's been great this year with Jansen. He's an amazing player. He's been fun to hang around with off the ice and on the ice. But you know what? I've said it the last couple of days, but it's definitely by far the most fun I've had in Ottawa. I mean, we've went through some years where a lot of guys are having a lot of success, but I mean, we're not winning games. And at the end of the day, you're in this business to win hockey games. Yes, it's fun that you're in the NHL and your dream was to play here and do those things. But comes a time in your career, I find that you want to turn the page and you want to be a team that competes in the playoffs every year and have a big chance to lift a big trophy at the end of the year. And I think everybody's been doing that this year. Everybody's kind of pushed themselves kind of to the side, but at the same time pushing in a different direction that just leads us to win more games night in, night out.
Have you given yourself a chance to think about what it would be like to play in the playoffs, since you have, like, this is probably the first time? There was a couple years ago you guys were like within 6 points of a playoff spot, but nobody really felt you were going to make the playoffs. This year, people, and I'm assuming you guys, believe you're going to be in a playoff spot. Have you given yourself, as the guy that's never played a postseason game, the time to think about what that might be?
I mean, you do. I'm not gonna lie, you do think a lot about it, but at the same time, I think I try and keep myself together a little bit because there's a lot of hockey games left, and you guys see it. I mean, every night you win one game and you go to third spot and you lose one, and then you end up being out of the wild card and whatnot. So everything's tight, everything is great, but I mean that's what we want. You work all summer, you worked all those years to be in a position like that. That every night the 2 points matters and nothing else around it does. Whether you score or you don't, you just want to win the game, and that's been the best part of this year. I think it's every night. It's an exciting game. It's almost feels like a playoff game every night. But I think the most exciting is just thinking of being in Ottawa, playing in front of our fans, in front of a packed barn in the playoffs. Obviously, it's hard not to think about it, but you kind of want to just stay locked in that moment on enjoying the challenge and the grind right now and trying to get the best out of it.
Shabby, I thought last night was, it was one of those measuring stick games, and man, I'm impressed with Washington. How big are their forwards, by the way? They got a big
It's crazy. They're so big up front, and even like they got big guys, but like skill guys too. Like those guys can make plays, but they're big and heavy. Yeah.
So like I thought you guys were in control of the game. I know it was close. You got up to, Travis calls the timeout, but you talk about staying in the moment. I just found you guys never seemed to panic in that game. Even though it got tied up, you didn't panic and you stuck with the game plan. And to me, that was it was almost like an announcement to, hey, we're a different team now.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, we know we're good. We know we can compete against anybody. So I think the learning this year was just on finding times where games are not going your way, or I don't know, you're not finding your game. Is finding ways to just stay there and just focus on that game. And then last night was the same thing. I think we kept taking the lead and we get up 4-2. And like Greener said a little bit, I think we got a little bit loose thinking, okay, we got this game in the back pocket. But I mean, you're playing a team that's elite this year, Washington. You give them a little bit of groove, they'll find it. They'll score a couple goals. But like you said, I mean, Greener calls the timeout. But I think all of us in our head, we all knew it is what it is. You're playing a good team. They're going to score some goals. That's the game of hockey. And we stuck with it. I mean, we found a way to win it in OT, which is big. But I think like you said, I think it was just a big game playing the best team in the league. The last time they came in our building, we lost 1-0 in OT. We didn't give them a whole lot. And last night, just to find a way to win against those teams, I think it just shows to ourselves and the entire group and the entire league that we'll battle and we'll beat any team in this league.
Can you quickly just give us the exact verbatim that Travis Green said during the timeout?
To be
I'm
honest,
just kidding.
to be honest, he didn't say much. I think he just said to just go back to what we did all game. It's simple as that. I think we got a little bit, and I think he's right. At the time, you're kind of thinking about it, but when looking back on it, he's probably right. I mean, we were a bit more loose. We gave him some time, some space, and I don't know. You look at the Ovechkin goal. We kind of let him skate in, and the guy has 1,000 goals in this league, so he's probably not going to miss much. There's just little details like that. We're all aware of it, but I don't think any of us panic, and it's just about going right back on the ice and doing it all over again.
What were
Quickly,
you?
hold on, Yorkie. I'm
sorry,
going to
go ahead.
forget. So we have a Thomas Chabot bobblehead to give away. And
Nice.
so the question's going to be at email cihsends@gmail.com. How many game-winning goals did Thomas Chabot have in his career? Thomas, don't answer the question.
I don't even know.
He probably doesn't
Really?
know.
Yeah,
Do you know how many overtime winners you have in your career?
I think just 2, right? Nashville and last night.
Nashville, December 17th, 2018.
Yeah.
You scored.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
So
we got
I
asked
don't
about
score
the goal.
goals.
I don't
I
know.
don't
You
score goals, so
you were
it's-
pretty relaxed on that shot last night when you got that puck. Like you
Oh
picked.
man, like
what were you
I had
thinking
that
there?
breakaway. I had that breakaway early in the first, and I was thinking of doing the exact same move, and then I mean it happened so quick, but in my head
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm doing the exact same move, and then I'm like, okay, no, he's gonna know I'm doing that. And then I just shot it low glove, and then I was just fired up that it went in.
Yeah. No, the after two, you skate over by the glass. You probably don't remember, but you give the nice point to the stands thereafter. So you were fired
Yeah.
up there. But how? Like that was a great play by Pinto to get that puck over. Were you surprised how open you were?
Honestly, I watched a replay at first when that battle happened. I
This
kind
is
of
so
came back
funny.
I came all the way back into neutral zone because I'm like, okay, here we go. We're gonna have like a 2-3-on-1 here.
Yeah.
And when I saw like Norris still kind of had the puck, and then I saw Pins got there on his forehand, I'm like, well, you know what? I might as well just try to sneak in the slot and go take advantage of it. And yeah, like you said, I think all credit, honestly, I'm happy I scored the goal, but the whole credit was Norris and Pence just battling against two guys, and Pence really just had to put it anywhere in the slot. I mean, I was completely by myself, so he ended up just giving it right to me, and I mean, the rest was just found a way to put it in the back of the net. We won that game, so.
Yeah, beautiful.
Was there any moment where you went, I can't believe there's nobody around me?
Well, I was, because the biggest thing 3-on-3 is men on men, and you just follow your guy anywhere, and you can, worst case, you'll let him skate around for 5 minutes and not give him a shot or anything, right? And then when I saw that third guy go in, because I think he saw me go in the neutral zone, so he was kind of thinking to go get the puck and come our way. And then when I saw like he got caught up in the battle, then I'm like, okay, perfect. This is my time to just sneak myself in there, and then Pence made a sick pass. So
Shabby,
good.
everybody's talked about Travis Green, and there's been a lot of talk about Alfie. No one's really said a lot about Nolan Baumgartner, though. And I don't know about you, but I always liked it when I had a D coach that was a former D, because he kind of understands the day to day, what we go through, how the importance of having a partner that you play with all the time. Like I agree with you, man. That's really, really important. But maybe just like what's Nolan Baumgartner added? Because as a group, you guys are playing much better.
No, it's Bomber's been amazing, honestly. He's there every day. He's always door open. Just the day before the Washington game, just grabbed me and we just had a good 15-minute, 10-minute chat about just honestly just life, and that's what's great. I think you're building that with your decor of just that trust and that feeling that, hey, we can talk about anything. Doesn't have to be about one bad game or one great game. I think there's just it's finding that fine line. And what I love the most is he's calm behind the bench. You'll go out there, you'll make a mistake. Hey, you know what? Just a tap in the back. Let's move on. I mean, the game of hockey, it's just so fast. Everybody's so skilled out there. It's so easy to be out of place by a foot, and it's in the back of your net. Like when you look at our team, you look at a guy like Clev that's been doing an amazing job all season. And when you're young, you'll tend to make one mistake, come back to the bench, be frustrated. I mean, there's no time, and I think Bomber's been amazing at that, at coming in. It's like, hey, Clev, you know what? You're playing 15, 20 minutes when guys are hurt, 25 minutes for us, and you're doing amazing. It's just turn on the page. And I think he's been great with that. And like you said, the finding him playing the game, him knowing how we feel every day. Some days some weeks you go through 5, 6 games and you're like, what the hell's going on? I feel like I can't do anything. Or 5, 6 games you're playing amazing, but it's just find that guideline of never being, I know it's cliche, but it's the never being too high or never being too low. And
Exactly.
that's what's been good all year, honestly.
Can I talk about your broken face? Because
Yeah. Yeah.
last night, if I was the first game that you removed the fishbowl, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yep. First
Yeah.
game.
Okay. So let's go back to this. The Island. Yeah, it's the Islander game.
Yep. Islanders.
Can you take me through this? Because I've gotten like hit in the mouth before and it's hurt. I can't imagine taking a clapper to the face.
Oh no, it was. I don't wish it for my worst enemy. Honestly, it's. I think when we were chatting in the room the other day, like I told you, it was just. I think you're just more scared than anything else because obviously you get hit in the face, you black out, and then I stand right back up and I put my hand up, and it's just blood squirting everywhere. Let alone walk down the tunnel, you look down and your jersey's just covered of blood. I'm like, at that point, you have no idea what you look like. You have no idea if you lost. Like I was telling you, Wally, I didn't want to put like my tongue up because I was like, oh my God, I might have lost like 20 teeth. I didn't want to know. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, you don't want to know. So luckily enough, honestly, it was it's a bad luck, but I mean, broke my nose, the cartilage here, broke my bone all the way down here towards my teeth. So you know what? It was just a quick fix of putting the stick up my nose and put it back in place. And but no, the worst part, like I was saying to you, it was it's been the eating. It's my teeth are really really sore, so shed a couple pounds and
Not
been
just a
harder.
couple.
Yeah, I lost 12 pounds over that
Wow.
stretch. So, well, because we were also in a stretch of 12 games in 19 days. So you're trying to eat a lot of calories, a lot of smoothies, a lot of. My wife actually, the MVP behind the scenes, just making me some thick, like solid nutritional soups to, and I'm just slowly, barely eating it. But no, I lost 12 pounds, and I was telling Wally, it was almost like the back-to-back games feel so tired. I was like, what the hell's
Yeah.
going on? And then I got home brushing my teeth and I stepped on the scale and I shed 12 pounds. I'm like, okay, there
Wow.
we go. That kind of makes sense. That's where the energy went. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's been good. It's been good. It's coming back now. Um, and it could have been a lot worse. I could have lost all the teeth or something. So I'll take that.
Okay.
That's a bad feeling, eh? And I've been there, Chevy, when you put your, like, I used to wear a mouth guard and you take it out
Yeah.
and we were waiting for all the teeth to be sitting in the
Exactly.
mouth guard.
Yeah. Yeah, you take it
Oh,
out. That's why I was scared because my mouth guard all the way to the stitches room and everything. My
yeah,
mouth guard was still in there because I was like, I don't want to take it out and see, like, make it even worse. You'll see like 5 teeth in
exactly.
there or
Oh,
something.
yeah, exactly. How's the nose now? Is it feeling okay?
Yeah, it's still sore. Like if you bang on
Yeah,
it, it'd be really
yeah,
sore. But
yeah.
no, I had to fight my way through playing with a visor again because
It's so
because I
tough, eh, with the
wasn't
fishbowl.
technically allowed to do so, but I couldn't stand the bubble. You
I
can't see, I felt like I couldn't see anything on the ice, so I had to get rid of it.
I was telling Wally I had to wear the bubble twice in one season. I broke my whole side of my face.
What bone was that?
Well, we had a contest here, Shabby. Neither one of
Yeah.
us can say the word. Say it, Wally.
Orbital.
Orbital bone. See, not
See,
bad for a French guy.
He
Eh?
says it better than us.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I was the same, man. You can't anything down in your feet. And I was watching you your first game, and you were taking a little extra time because there's that little dead spot, right? That you can't
Yeah.
see the puck down low.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I felt. I felt like I was like slow, so slow, like stick handling, moving the puck, just because every time it come towards where you move the puck technically,
Yeah.
I'd lose sight of it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I played a couple games like because my nose was freshly broken, and then as soon as I was like, okay, this is starting to feel pretty good, I'm like, I got to get rid of this thing.
Yeah. No, it's because you get it's like okay, yeah, I might get hurt again, but you could get hit because you're taking that extra time and you expose yourself. I totally know how you feel, man. It's the worst
Yeah.
playing with that bubble.
Well, I actually got hit first game back. Well, I missed the game against Washington, then played Boston, and I won a puck battle just behind our net, and Lindholm just buried me behind the net.
Mhm.
And it was only because of that, because I saw him coming. And when I went to look back down for the puck, I couldn't find it. And then he hit
Gotcha.
me
Yeah.
actually hit me right in the face again. And I was like, oh, here we go again.
Oh,
But
no.
it was fine. I mean, like you guys know, we got such a good staff behind us. They take care of
Oh,
us
yeah,
so well, and they'll go above and beyond for you to feel better. And they got me with this nose strap to play, because I guess I didn't know it first time I broke my nose, but once you start your heart rate up again, you can't quite breathe with your nose because it'll like swell up.
Yeah.
So they had me with this magnet thing on my nose just so I was able to breathe. Yeah, there we go, the football player. But so no, like the boys, the staff took really good care of me, and luckily enough, I just missed the one game, so it was good to be right back on it.
So does that magnetic thing work?
It does, really does. It spreads it wide open. It was really nice, actually.
Huh. Last thing I want to talk about with that one is you almost missed games, right? Like I'm shocked that you came back after missing one game.
Well, so at first when it happened, my ears were like off from the impact and all the blood that was left in my sinuses. So um, the next day, like 2 days later, technically speaking, of the injury, in the morning, I woke up in the morning and brushed my teeth, everything, and then I just feel something like starting to leak, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And then I look up in the mirror, and then it just keeps coming, and all the blood, everything comes out in the morning, and it's almost a murder scene in my sink. It's just covered in blood everywhere. And then I stand up I look up after, and I'm like, oh, I'm actually feeling good now. Like my ears popped, like everything. So I get back to the rink and I talk to the staff, and obviously they're with reasons. They're always very cautious with those things in case you hurt your head or whatever. Um, but I looked at him and I'm like, guys, honest to God, I feel that normal, really good, really good. So, and then we went for all the whatever testings I had to do and crushed all those, and luckily, right back on it against Boston that next day.
It's amazing. Anyway, I can't imagine walking around and sleeping, let alone playing with that. So good on you.
Thank you.
Is that the worst thing that you've had pain wise?
Yeah, probably on impact.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are taking pucks this year to faces. Like
I know.
Josh, Josh took the boards, but Drake, you,
Yeah.
Tim, Brady,
The
Nick
shots are
Jensen gets
coming
high
in
stick
at
every other game.
I was trying to
shots are
figure.
coming in at 95 miles per hour, and we protect everything but our face. So
Yeah.
I was
we're
trying
kind
to.
of
I was trying.
begging for it.
I was trying to figure it out too, because it just seems nowadays, Shabby, the sticks are so good. Like before, probably early in your career, you could kind of tell where if a shot was going to come hard or not. At
Yeah.
least I could. But now, like, it doesn't take a guy long, and even with a snapper, he can get it up to 85 miles an hour. A little tip. Like, it just seems like more and more guys are getting hit now.
Yeah, it's guys are so good at releasing the puck from anywhere now that you
Yeah.
never know where it's coming. And I mean, mine was kind of a bad luck, right? Pelech was
Yes.
in a tough spot and he flips it towards the net, top the circle, eating that in the face. Like it's just a bad luck. But you've seen some scary ones. I don't know if you remember a couple. What was it? Bunch of years ago, like was it Stamkos that ate a one timer right in
Oh,
the face
yeah.
or something? Like
Yeah.
those would be bad, because when you're teeing it up, you're trying to score a goal from the blue line and it gets tipped right to your face. That's brutal.
Yeah.
You don't ever think about that, do you? When you're taking it?
No,
Yeah.
no,
I couldn't imagine.
no.
All right, let's change the subject. This is good.
Okay, yeah, I'm moving on. I asked this yesterday, I think, to Claude. It was about, was there a time when you noticed like the shift in how this team played defensively? I don't know if that stretch in November started to weigh on you guys the way it just seemed to be going, and then people were saying, "Here we go again." I don't know what you guys felt at that point. If I can tie that into the way you started to play defensively, like did there need to be a shift in mindset to get you to play this way?
I think at the start of the season, it was just like new coach coming in, new systems, new everything, right? So when you're coming in, training camp goes well, start of the season, everybody's fired up to start playing and things are going well. Then you find yourself in that stretch of like, do really everybody is on the same page knowing everything as the like it takes time at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. We have training camp, we have a lot of practices and everything, but once you get out there on the ice, anything happens every shift. Like it's easy to draw things up and whatnot, but
Yeah.
when you get out there, anything can happen. It changes every shift, changes every night, and every night you play against a different team, so it's going to be different. But you know what? We went through those games, and yes, it sucked, and everybody was pissed off and frustrated. But I mean, at the end of the day, we knew what we had, we knew where we wanted to be, and we kind of just stuck to it. And it was just nice to see that we kind of turned it around a little bit.
So I just want to ask you some questions off ice a little bit. First, actually, I looked up your first headshot to this year. I just wanted you to take a look to see what you would tell the young guy on September 17th, 2015, when he took his original headshot. What would you tell him about things in the NHL? Was it 10 years or 9 years later? There we go.
Yeah. Change my haircut. That's what I would have done. The boys still give it to me about my hair, my draft haircut.
High and tight.
Yeah, exactly. That was the style, I guess, back then, right? I wanted to be like Pedro. I wanted to be like Patrick. Remember Pedro's haircut?
Yes. Yeah.
I wanted
yeah.
to do the same thing.
Yeah, he was tight. He had tight on the sides, and he had like a little thing going on top.
Yeah,
didn't
we
he?
call it the shave everything on this side, don't even look at the top. That's what we used to call it.
Would you ever consider doing what Tim Stützle has just done with his new look? Shaving your hair.
I'd be scared the hair wouldn't grow back. I'm starting to lose it a little bit up top, so I can't risk going that low. I got to enjoy my last couple of years here.
You're fine. Next, I want to know, you talked about you and Tim and Drake going out shopping. I looked at your style is very good, very clean. Who's the best dressed guy on the team, or who, by the way, could use pointers?
A lot of guys could use pointers. A lot of the American guys could use it. Oli out a little bit. Like it's a lot at times, but I mean, if you have the confidence to pull it off, I mean, all respect to him. Oli's got good style. Timmy's got good style. Timmy goes through waves almost every year. I mean, he's at that age. One year it's like a bunch of different shirts, and then one year it's just beige, black, white, simple. A lot of the guys we like to give a hard time my boy Drake on how he gets dressed. He's probably gonna smile if he sees that, but he does come up in the morning at morning skate with the nicest pair of shoes. He's a shoe guy, so he's got a nasty pair of shoes, but he's got the sweatpants, like a wrinkled t-shirt that it looks like it's been in his walking for the last 4 years. But you know what? We actually got a couple guys. Guys like to get dressed nice, not my thing is I always appreciate when guys switch around suits. There's a lot of guys in this league that will just wear the black pants every time and just a different tie or jacket, but the guys will switch it up around. So we got a good thing going.
So Drake, he'll just come in looking like a mess, but the shoes are always perfect.
Oh, the shoes are always money. Yeah. His shoes, he loves shoes. Like he always buys shoes, but he'll just come with like the Lululemon sweatpants and a good old t-shirt from, I don't know, from something he got gifted or whatever. But his shoe game's always nice.
Nice.
There's two types of people in the world, Shabby. There's the people that have their phones without zero notifications on them. They're just clean. There's other people that are sadistic and have like 3,000 unread messages. Which one are you?
I'm right in the middle. No notifications, like on the whatever apps and whatnot. It's text messages that I'll leave kind of unread on the last conversation we had. So then if I need to answer back, let's say tomorrow morning, then it's still on there. But I do tend to forget sometimes. So I think I got a couple up there, but usually I'm pretty good. Usually I'm pretty good.
All right, I appreciate it. By the way, you need one more assist to tie Chris Phillips for third all time in assists by
Oh, nice.
Ottawa Senator defenseman. 6 points to tie him for third in points. So we
Nice.
hope that Minnesota, we will see one more point from you, perhaps 2 goals and 3 assists. What you go for?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll try. We'll try, but
I
5
appreciate
points seems a little
Hey,
high.
since November 25th, the last 31 games, which is more than half the season, you guys are the third best team in the National Hockey League winning percentage. So keep it rolling.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Shabby, thank you for your time. I appreciate you doing this for us.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
thanks.
me, boys. That was awesome.
Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate it, guys.
See you in the corner.
Yes, sir.